What's poppin', everybody? So today for this video I'm going to be discussing the 2018 XXL Freshman cover that just got released yesterday, and I do have a lot to say about it. So this video could be 10 minutes, it could be 20, I'm not really sure, but I know this is basically going to be turned into a rant video, so we'll see how it goes. So before I jump into the actual cover itself, I just want to say how Joyner Lucas did not make it. Not only would he be the best rapper on this cover by miles, I know the freshman cover is a popularity contest, but Joyner has the buzz for it. I'm Not Racist absolutely blew up. He's working with Chris Brown now. A lot of his songs are viral on YouTube. Like, it just doesn't make sense how he's not on here, but then again, XXL never makes sense in the first place. So I'm honestly not surprised that they didn't put him on here, but I am disappointed. Alright, so let's get into the actual cover itself. Let's get into the no-brainers. So I see the no-brainers that obviously would have made it, you know, the ones that even I predicted to be on there was Ski Mask, Trippy, Lil Pump, who else? YB and Amir. Those are the no-brainer ones. They all absolutely blew up in 2017, especially Lil Pump. He's already bigger than 95% of the rappers in the game right now. Like, he's so big that he's already in movie soundtracks. He was on the Deadpool 2 soundtrack, and if you're a rapper that is getting put on movie soundtracks, that's a big deal. And the fact that he's only 17 and he's reaching the levels of success that most rappers can only dream of, you know, honestly, I have nothing against Lil Pump. Like, I gotta give him props. Like, I know a lot of you are gonna hate me for saying this, but I actually do like Lil Pump's music. Like, it's a guilty pleasure of mine. He just makes fun turn-up rap with amazing beats, and I got nothing against him. I actually like a lot of his songs, so try not to roast me too hard. YB and Amir had Rubbing Off the Paint. That was huge in 2017. I think he deserved to be on it just for that, you know, because you can just see the raw potential he has to be a good rapper. You could just see the raw potential he had on Rubbing Off the Paint, and he dropped a Bounce Out with that, which became a hit in its own right. Not as big as Rubbing Off the Paint, but that also became a hit in its own right. So, you know, I like YB and Amir, so I'm happy to put him on here because he's a no-brainer, and I see that he has talent, and I think he can have a long career in rap. And this whole crew is blowing up, you know. YB and Almighty J and YB and Cordae, they're making waves of their own, so, you know, shout out to YB and Amir, man. I like him and I like his crew. Next up, Ski Mask. He should have made it last year, but at least he made it this year. I like Ski Mask too. He's a really, you know, a really fun dude. Got a dope voice. He's got a real unique voice, a really nice flow. It's a real unique flow. He just kind of raps in a way that most rappers can't do, so I like Ski Mask for that. Ski Mask also makes like, you know, turn up music, but, you know, he adds this fast, unique flow into there, and it just, you know, he's a dope rapper. That's all I gotta say. Dope artist. Definitely deserving to be on the cover. Next I saw was Trippy Red. I predicted him being on here. He's just, you know, he has the buzz for it. Like I said, XXL is a popularity contest. He has the buzz for it, and I actually do like his music. He's a pretty unique rapper, pretty unique artist, so I see no reason why they wouldn't put him on here. Now let's get into the ones I was not expecting to be on here. First up is JID Jid. I'm still not sure how to pronounce his name, but, you know, I love his music. His first album, The Never Story, was amazing. You guys all know me. I'm a J. Cole fan. He signed to Dreamville, so you already know I gotta show him some love for that. And I would have showed him love even if he wasn't on Dreamville because he's a dope artist, but, you know, now that, you know, he's like a prodigy of J. Cole, I like him even more. I was surprised that XXL put him on here. He's a really good rapper. Like I said, he's the best rapper on this list in my opinion, but he just doesn't have the buzz that XXL usually looks for. But, you know, I'm actually happy that they put a lesser known rapper on here that actually has a lot of talent. So shout out to XXL for putting Jid on here. Next I saw was Stefan Dawn. I'm not too familiar with her music, but from what I have heard, she's pretty solid. But I do think there are a lot of rappers that should have made it over her. But, you know, every year on the cover they always have to have at least one female rapper, and for this year they just chose her, so I'm not too mad about it. Smoke Purp is basically Lil Pump Jr. in my opinion. Like, he's just a worse version of Lil Pump, which is not a good thing. But I do see why they put him on here just because he's popular. But do I think he's good? No. Do I think he'll have a long rap career? No. But I do see why XXL put him on here. Me personally, I wouldn't do that. But I said on Twitter yesterday, it's just a popular thing that's really controversial, but not many people actually go to it as an official, I guess you can call it, rising stars list, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I said, Smoke Purp is Lil Pump Jr. You know, I see why he's on here, but I don't think he's good enough to be on here, you know what I'm saying? Next up I saw is Blockboy JB, and I kind of think of him the same way as Smoke Purp. He has the popularity to be on here, but I don't think he has the skills to be on here. He has 2 hit songs, you know, the song with Drake, Look Alive, which is only popular because of Drake, and then the song where he made the shoot dance popular. And rappers that make dance crazes usually don't last too long, which is why I don't think he'll have a long career. It's just, you know, that's just kind of how history has repeated itself. But, you know, maybe he can break that cycle. Do I think he will? Probably not, because nothing really stands out about him. Like, there's nothing unique about him as an artist or about his music. Nothing stands out about him. But, you know, I see why XXL put him on here. And the last one up I see is Wi-Fi's Funeral. This one also surprised me because he's definitely not as well known as most of the other rappers on here. And I've only listened to a couple of his songs, so I don't have enough knowledge about him to say if he deserves to be on here or not. I'm just kind of surprised that they put him on here, but, you know, shout out to him. His career should blow up after this, so I gotta give him props even though I don't know too much of his music. But from what I've heard, he's alright. Now let's get into the people that got snubbed, and there was a lot. The one I already mentioned, Joyner Lucas, I'm honestly kind of mad because there's literally no reason he shouldn't be on here. Not only would he be the best rapper on here, he has the buzz for it, like I said, and XXL, they just took an L not putting him on here. Like, if I was Joyner Lucas, I'd be pretty mad. Like, there's literally only 9 people on the cover when there's usually 10, and from what I've heard on Twitter is that it was supposed to go to Lil Skies, but he turned it down because he didn't like the fact that the freshman cover was decided by the company itself and not the fans, so he turned that down. And then their plan was to give it to Rich the Kid instead as a backup, but he didn't like the fact that he was going to be a replacement, so he turned it down. So I don't understand the logic behind this. Why didn't they just put Joyner Lucas on here as the 10th man instead of leaving it as 9? Like, there's a lot of rappers they could have added as the 10th man. Rich Brian, Joyner Lucas, T Grizzly. And my predictions video also said Token deserved to be on here, which I do think he deserves to be on here, but he's just simply not big enough yet. But he's just another option they could have done. They could have also put Cardi B, even though she is huge. Like, she's so big now, it's ridiculous how big she's grown in a year. She's at the Grammys, she's getting nominated for all kinds of awards. She's bigger than Lil Pump now. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I bring up Lil Pump just because they kind of blew up at the same time, and she's an A-lister now. She's already been on SNL and stuff. Like, I guarantee you XXL wanted to put her on, but she denied it because she's simply too big to be on something like this. Like, she's not even a freshman. Like, she's so big that she's basically a veteran at this point. She's just that popular. But if this was an actual freshman cover without any politics coming into play, she definitely would have replaced Stefan Dawn. And another one people are probably gonna be mad about is 6ix9ine, but I understand why they didn't put him on here just because of the whole pedophile situation. If I was like the editor-in-chief of XXL, I wouldn't put potential pedophile on my cover either, so I understand that. And I personally don't really like 6ix9ine or his music because it's all the same to me. Like, every song is just the same thing, but he's definitely big enough to make it. But I understand why they didn't put him on, just because, you know, like I said, politics plays a role in this freshman cover every year. Like, I'm literally gonna go through and make this list perfect for y'all. So I'm keeping Ski Mask, Lil Pump, Trippy, Jid, and YBN Name. I'm keeping those 5 because they actually deserve to be on here, and I actually like those guys. I'm replacing Smoke Perp with Joyner Lucas, replacing Stefan Dawn with Cardi B. I'm replacing Wi-Fi's Funeral with Rich Brian. And I know Lil Skies turned it down, but I would still put him at the 10th spot. And I think if the cover was that, this would hands down be the best freshman cover they ever released. Like, I don't think anyone would have a problem with it because it would actually be like the bona fide rising stars of hip-hop. So yeah, guys, I think that is all I wanted to say about it. I can't think of anything off the top of my head that I wanted to mention, so I think I've got everything off my chest now. So if you enjoyed, hit that like button and subscribe if you're new. Make sure to follow my Twitter and Instagram in the description. And as always, it's been Isaiah the Player, and I'm gone.
What you expect me to say? Cause if we keeping it true, it's probably never gonna change.